What's up, everybody? FTWitachi here. You know what it is. Give me a quick second here while I sort out this, which you can see. Don't know why, but my webcam just like extremely freaking red. I don't know why. It's always been like that. Not since I got it. Something happened to it, but I don't know what it is. But we are here. We're back at it. Let me go ahead and up this as well. There we go. Now you guys can see. We got 7 videos to react to. Some of them old. I have just been spamming Legion remix content as much as I possibly can. It is no longer with us. I am now in the full throttle seat of completing midnight pre-patch content now. All retail from here on out. I have not logged in since Tuesday, or Monday I should say, with our last stream. I haven't logged in, so everything that we do is going to be fresh from here on out. And I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown when we get into World of Warcraft retail. But we're going to go ahead and start off with some reacts. We've got 7 videos to react to, starting off with some Overwatch content. So let's go. Alrighty, everybody. The Invitation story time with Crispin Freeman for Overwatch 2. I love these story time videos. This one's actually not that long, only about 4 minutes. So let's go ahead and get on in. I believe this is the new hero that got introduced or released recently. I'm so lost. I know bits and pieces and content that's getting released in Overwatch, but I haven't played Overwatch in so long. Am I going to? The plan is yes. I am going to play Overwatch again in the near future. But bear with me while I am, 1, getting back into the streaming vibes for 2026. We've been exploring new things and getting content completed, but it's mainly only been focused on World of Warcraft, especially with all of the different versions of World of Warcraft being released and out. It just took up way too much time, but things starting to pack and dwindle away to where now my main focus is just going to be on retail, and this week just gives me so much more free time because I'll explain when we go live. But let's go. Let's get back in. If I'm not mistaken, the latest hero is the one with the Bankai. The Getty Gaten show, I should say.
Mercy flew to our rescue. Reinhardt charged back into battle for honor and glory. Even new faces, Alexandra Zaryanova, Lucio Correa dos Santos, Hana Song, and so many others, put their lives aside and came.
Water and fire. That's a freaking right there. That's a wallpaper and a half if you have that effects going on. An animated wallpaper right there. That's cool. The water and fire effect.
Because it was right. We've reviewed every report, every act of bravery during the invasion, and you stood out. Not just for your skill, but for your You are formally invited to Watchpoint Gibraltar to stand with a new generation of heroes. The world won't save itself. Join us. Sojourn is still negotiating with the IJC. With Null Sector gone, there's pressure to shut us down again. She finds out I sent these tokens. It won't be pretty. But back when I sent the recall, I didn't know if anyone would respond. I spent years alone here, thinking I was the only one who couldn't leave Overwatch in the past.
I feel like I haven't watched any new Overwatch lore in a long time, too. Like, it's been a while since I've reacted to even Overwatch content. And I check all the time for videos, so it's been a while since they've released anything.
But it feels right. Null Sector's forces may have retreated, but they're not gone. And who knows what else is out there? The world still needs Overwatch. It always did. Besides, if there's one thing I've learned in my time here, it's better to beg Sojourn's forgiveness than to ask her permission. Well, here goes nothing. The story continues in Overwatch 2. See you there.
Possibly soon. Possibly soon. Alrighty, everybody, we are back at it again. Search and Destroy a story time with Olivia Anderson for Overwatch 2. It's another story time. This one of our longer videos that we're going to be reacting, if not our longest video. So, let's go.
Hey there. My name is Olivia Anderson, and I voice Freya. Today, I'm reading Search and Destroy. Monte Carlo, Monaco. When I became a bounty hunter,
Ooh, it's one of the comic ones. Let's go.
asked my clients, "You wanted me to come here tonight. This was all a test. It was a calculation. I had to be sure you were right for this. And then there are some questions. Right for what? For a problem no one else has been able to solve. I think you might find it particularly interesting that a better left unanswered." I could hardly believe it. That years after Emery left Overwatch, he began working for Talon. At some point they'd lost track of him, and now Max wanted him back. Why? I couldn't say. But I was determined to find out. You should have lived with this. Leave him to me.
No, my eyes. Come on.
Oasis, Iraq, Emery's a roller. I'd wager you never expected him to land on your little fairy ledger. Moira O'Dearin. She was a stain on Overwatch's reputation, and it seems he'd sunk even lower with Talon. She always found Beckers with the least oversight and the deepest pockets. But Emery never did what he did for the money. Tell me, Freya, how long's it been since you've seen your erstwhile cohort? Nearly a decade. When he left Overwatch. You can't resign. The strike team needs you.
Tell that to the strike team. They don't seem to hear me when I point out how loose protocols got. Doubt they'll even notice I'm gone.
All right, fine. I need you. My team needs you.
Make friends with Vivian. Take your concerns to her. She'll listen.
And what about you? Will you be okay? Overwatch has been your life.
I'll be fine. I've already gotten a few offers to consult on global security. Just promise me you won't let this place change who you are, Frey. Keep up the good fight. It's worth it.
Interesting. Well, quite a lot can happen in a decade. Just look at us. Both gainfully employed by the very organization we once sought to destroy. This is just a job. I work for myself. Yes. Well, your semantic gymnastics aside, one must go where one's unique talents are appreciated. Funny though, how changed he was when he appeared on Talon's doorstep. When was that? A few years after his defection from Overwatch. He was rather choosy about the assignments he accepted. And he was cold, calculating, ruthless.
This is a cool story, I'm not gonna lie.
I hired him to help me procure, shall we say, exotic materials hidden in a highly defended R&D facility in Burkala. Emre disappeared from the operation, leaving me to fight on my own. I assumed he'd been captured or killed, but when I made it to the objective, I found him there, waiting for me. And that became his modus operandi, going dark during and between missions, only to suddenly reappear to ensure success. As to his current whereabouts, I couldn't say. But you goody two-shoes were rather chummy whilst serving together in Overwatch. Perhaps the clues you seek are buried in your own precious memories. Istanbul, Turkey. Emre and I were close, both professionally and personally. And I was hardly the only one who looked up to him. Whereas the other members of the vaunted Overwatch strike team seemed untouchable, superhuman even, Emre was different. He built relationships with the entire support staff, including those in search and rescue. In his native Turkey, he'd served in the special forces, remained close to his former squad mates and family. I'd made the trip myself once, during a break from our Overwatch duties. Everything's delicious, Mrs. Sarora. Please, call me Zara. Any friend of Emre's is more than welcome in our home, especially one so pretty.
Mom, please.
I'd returned to Istanbul to see if his parents might know where I could find their beloved son. No such luck. None of this was like Emre. But then, if what Moira told me was true, maybe
We better not be left on a cliffhanger on this guy.
With the leads, I turned my focus to the jobs Emre had taken for Talon. I quickly found Moira's mission in Rakala.
Because that's something that happens all the time with these comic book stories.
Research, but the facility served other purposes. My instincts screamed the other was important. But how? I met with Mauga, who had helped Emre infiltrate a black site in Guatemala. Bro was stone cold. Lots of killing, not a lot of talking. Kinda tanked the buzz, you know? Widowmaker had worked with Emre to destroy a weapons facility in Hungary. And Emre disappeared during the mission? Well, for a short while, he disabled his tracker. Reyes was my final stop. He'd fallen far since I'd known him in Overwatch. Whoever that was with me in Luanda, it wasn't Emre. What do you mean? The old Emre couldn't tie his boots without consulting the Red Manual. But on that ship, it was different. I'd come nearly full circle, and the story remained the same. Emre had become a cold-hearted killer. No remorse, no emotion, not even a clear pattern of motivation. It made no sense. What had happened to him? What was I missing? The terrible things I'd already learned about my lost friend were more than I ever wished to know. And yet, sadly, still not enough. Then, a break. I recognized one of the sites Emre had hit, and now Helix installation in Kinshasa. We'd visited before, in Overwatch. The jobs Emre had taken for Talon were at or near satellite command centers where global security was monitored, and where Overwatch was often debriefed. The strike team didn't exactly prioritize meetings with the support teams, but Emre did. While the information house there was valuable, it wasn't what Talon wanted. And yet, every command center had been within striking distance of Emre's jobs for Talon. All but one. Security logs showed multiple minor breaches at the facility in recent days, as if someone was doing reconnaissance, readying for a strike. If I wanted to prove my theory, there was only one way to find out. Pilot, take me to Riyadh. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. My instincts were right, but if Emre had done this, caused this carnage, could I do what needed to be done? What happened here? The soldier, like a demon, his eyes.
Oh shit.
He was going to kill me. Emre, I wanted to. And in that moment, I didn't have to. Finally, the terrible noise stopped. All around me, chaos. No. Destruction. And then,
Did she lose her arm?
a shape.
Frey, is that you?
Not a demon this time. Not a monster. Only Imri.
Something's controlling him.
In Overwatch 2.
Yeah, you. Every time, bro, these comic book stories, they leave you cliff and then hanging. I wanted to find out, but we found out enough. What's up, everybody? We got the Scorching Valor and Smoldering Courage 6-month subscription special offer for World of Warcraft. This is the Mountain Companion? Yes, it is. So I've already got the Scorching Valor. This is a mount that has a very cool mount special, or slash mount special ability, which is the Rolling Fiery Tornado. I wish we had this pet in retail, but sadly it is for Classic only. What's up, everybody? Pre-expansion update survival guide. So, we are about to be playing some pre-expansion vibes shortly after we react to a few videos. So this is going to be helping me, hopefully, unless I know everything, which I believe I do. So, let's go. Let's check it out.
Welcome to the World of Warcraft Midnight Pre-Expansion Patch Survival Guide. I'm Community Manager Linksy.
And I'm Community Manager Kyvax. And we're here to take you through the exciting updates coming in the Midnight Pre-Expansion Patch.
First up, it's a lot of love for Demon Hunters. The long-awaited Devourer specialization has arrived. Devourers channel the power of the Nether to consume enemy life force and convert it into brutal, volatile burst damage. Devourers play differently than Havoc and Vengeance Demon Hunters. They're a mid-range intellect user with a hybrid damage and survivability style that rewards aggressive resource management and precise timing. New abilities like Collapsing Star and Void Metamorphosis lets you tear through enemies while rapidly regaining health through absorption. Devourer Demon Hunters and their Vengeance counterparts now have a new hero talent set, Annihilator. Annihilator Demon Hunters use questionable methods to draw upon the most fundamental forces of reality and eradicate their enemies from existence. We can't wait for you to jump in and try it out. You might just have your new favorite spec here.
Alongside the new spec, it's finally happening. Void Elves can now become Demon Hunters.
And there's a quest line for it that we'll hopefully do today.
And then add even more darkness. Void Elves and Demon Hunters are a great match, thanks to the unique Void Elf trait, Spatial Rift, where you rip open space itself and then teleport through. So, if that's what you've always wanted, this is your moment. To make your Void Elf Demon Hunter, take a level 80 or higher Void Elf to Koresh and complete Magister Umbric's questline that starts with a common cause. And then return to Dornegal or Silvermoon and look for him to offer you the quest called The Pursuit Continues.
Next up, every class in World of Warcraft is receiving major combat design.
Yeah, this is basically what this week's all about, by the way. There's no content actually getting released this
Fresh
week.
talent choices.
So,
All of the classes
expect some weird gameplay.
to provide you with more paths that support specific playstyles, letting you tailor your character to the gameplay that you enjoy the most. It's worth noting that Midnight includes a stat and item level switch.
Yeah,
Numbers
that
across
ruined the
board
game.
Are being reduced to improve clarity and
Ruined it,
durability.
but it always
Other
does.
ways, your power level relative to that of your enemies will remain the same. We highly recommend
No,
taking
it's a
some
lie.
time with your main character to try out the revitalized specs.
That's a complete
Maybe
lie.
talent build you haven't tried before. Check it out.
The user interface has been rebuilt.
Yeah, I will be messing around with this today.
New features, improved customization options, cleaner raid frames, expanded display scaling controls, and new accessibility features.
Oh my.
You can now configure how information and damage meters appear during and following encounters in the base UI, with no add-ons required. And yes, all of this config is available to you in the options menu. Once you've gotten your feet under you in this update, dig in and make the UI look however you like it.
Fashionistas rejoice.
I heard this was expensive AF. Like, really bad. It says 240 gold to save outfit. Nah, it's more like 25k. 15k. It's some crazy numbers going on right now.
Get this. You can set yourself to enjoy as many situation-based outfit changes as you can imagine. With no gold,
This is a really cool update. I don't see myself like messing with it too much.
You're now wearing your snazzy in-town outfit. You step into a dungeon, boom. You're now looking like a stone-cold killer. Don't forget, when you unlock a new outfit slot, that's Warbound wide for all of your characters. You'll be looking...
I feel like I'm just gonna use it for like professions and stuff.
You can now put your blades to the test in the new Training Grounds PvP mode. In Training Grounds, you'll join up with other players to take on non-player enemies and work your way through the maps and the game.
Basically a PvP brawl. That's an actual mode now.
A great way for you to experience PvP for a long time to come. And by the way, there are a bunch of achievements in there waiting for you.
And finally, it's the feature that has recently delighted so many players. Housing has arrived. With the pre-expansion patch, all you need to do is to upgrade to Midnight if you haven't already, and you can immediately join a neighborhood, pick out your plot, place your house, and get started decorating. You're going to have furniture to arrange, exterior design.
I've got work to do for this, man.
To obtain and enjoy. You can view the available
I'm hoping
within the new housing dashboard in
the pre-patch
tab.
gives me
And
time
you
to
can
mess
see
around with
resources,
this.
how much they cost, and
To get a
any
start.
additional requirements to add them to your collection. In the Midnight pre-expansion patch, Endeavors are coming to your neighborhood. Endeavors are monthly, neighborhood-wide activities to unlock special
Basically the
benefits,
trading post for
community coupons
housing.
you can spend to beautify your area. Furthermore, Alliance players can now design their houses with iconic Night Elf moonlit stonework and purple-hued wooden structures, and Horde players can add the elegant Silver Moon-inspired options of golden trim and red crystal accents to their homes. Houses
Ow.
can now be upgraded to level 9, unlocking additional features and customization options, with medium-sized exteriors unlocking at level 8. If you haven't already checked out Midnight Housing Early Access, the time has come for you to make your very own home sweet home in Azeroth. You live here now.
These updates are only a part of what's coming to Midnight with the pre-expansion patch on the week of January 20th.
That's true. The following week, the pre-expansion event gets underway. It's called Twilight Ascension, and it's going to be a great time to try out the class.
No, go back. I want to read that.
Underway. It's called Twilight.
So, weekly quest rewards. Twilight Dawn. 40 Blade Insignia. Okay. So, some sort of a currency and an event that's happening.
And it's going to be a great time to try out the class changes, as well as gear up to get ready for Midnight. You'll also see the winds of Mysterious Fortune increasing XP and reputation gains at the same time. Thanks for watching our Midnight pre-expansion survival guide.
But this is next week, by the way.
The official patch notes for full details, and we'll see you round the neighborhood, your neighborhood, in Azeroth.
So, there's no actual content coming out this week with the patch release. The content starts next week. The things coming out this week are basically for you to log in and start setting up your characters and shit, because Blizzard, every pre-patch or expansion, messes everything up. So, yeah. Alrighty, everybody, we got a new playable race, the Hariner. So, everything you need to know featuring Fiamma. So, I'm not a fan of this, what do you call them? It's not a race. What do you call it? Fucking can't. My brain's melted, bro. It's fried. You know what I mean. The new race is that the. Fuck, I had it in my mind and it just went away again.
Hi team, I'm Fiamma and today we're
Allied race.
World of Warcraft.
I'm not a fan of this.
These mysterious beings have hidden themselves.
It makes sense for the expansion, but we could have done better than this, man.
Recent events have driven one young Haranir, or Wayna, to the surface, where she meets us, and we have the opportunity to learn more of her and.
They're just so weird.
The Haranir make their home in Harrenbar.
And it's gonna be the worst zone to me too. I don't like the aesthetics of it. But you're not gonna love everything, so make the best of each thing that comes in the game. Will I play them? Of course.
Watching over their domain in the hope that their long-absent goddess might someday return. Some Haranir choose to sever their connection to this goddess to join the Shulkar, a solemn band of monster hunters who protect Harandar from fearsome apparitions. Others still feel a stronger connection, like Orwena, who chose to follow her call beyond the boundaries of home, breaking tradition and making contact with outsiders. We met Orwena during the War Within, our first contact.
Bro, turn in the quest. You're just standing there.
Into Ashgahed to face Salatath and her
Holy slow beans, man.
she saved our lives, even if it meant going against her culture and earning the ire of her elders. Orwena believes that her goddess calls her to fight for all of the world. Not
Like, she's just doing too much. Like, what is she doing?
Other Haranir may also choose
What the fuck?
to goddess's song beyond their familiar home.
Imagine someone casting like this in a raid group. That guy's doing too much, man.
You want to quest through Harandar straight after completing your Eversong Woods journey. As you progress through the zone, you'll learn about
Imagine.
their culture, their
I'm a warlock casting spells in the background, and you see some dude doing like the Bernie Lean to cast. That'd be funny. Just doing 360 spins, Bernie Lean, to cast a spell. I'd actually laugh. They should have done it. Like, look at that. That's casting.
Shamans, monks, or, of course, druids. As part of their choice
The Bernie Lean ain't casting, bro.
they've decided not to align themselves with any particular faction, and individuals can choose to join the Alliance or the Horde depending on preference. Their deep connection to the roots of the world trees is a
That's cool.
defining feature of the Haranir, granting them the racial ability.
But again, they're mid Bernie Lean. They're just not going all the way back.
Will always guide them home, teleporting them back to the cradle in Harandar, performing the same ritualistic dance near one of the world tree's roots in Harandar will allow them to travel to that world tree as well, effectively providing a teleportation network. Their strong connection to nature provides them with a boost to the herbalism profession, while the passive subterranean predator ability grants 10% increased experience and 1% increased damage dealt, while fighting aberrations, beasts, and elementals. Another racial passive, Lash Out, grants 1% increased critical strike damage and healing.
They do have some cool racials.
Area of effect or AoE ability that damages enemies and heals allies with
That's cool.
weapons raised from the ground. The Haranir are hugely customizable. There are tens of thousands of possible combinations, so you're bound to find something you like. Thorns, spines, fur, and paint are some of the highlights here. Let's take a look. If you'd like to accentuate your Haranir's connection to plant life, you can find thorny options in their earrings, necklace, and underclothes with 5 colorways. If you love the look of a spiny character, you've got plenty of options here. Shoulder, hair, and eyebrow spines are available to both body types. And body
I feel a lot of allied races,
and sideburns.
compared to old school WoW,
The ability to turn
are
spines
fat.
or off for the hairstyles effectively almost doubles your hair options.
I'm not hating. It's just like,
hairstyle that is literally a spine mohawk on the body too.
what's going on?
While I'm on hair, can we
Pandas,
with my
fat,
style choice?
but they're fluffy fat, so it's a nice fat. They're supposed to be fat.
Onto fur, both body types can
But then the Coltiran, fat.
with the
Haranir,
to
fat.
each other and controlled under the full body.
Everything's fat.
The paint options are brilliant for adding a little contrast to your character.
Was Blizzard just
or for gentle
mad
expression.
because everybody was creating Blood Elves?
Paint designs can be applied to the face and body separately, with the color you choose
Ooh,
applying to the whole look.
That's a cool
One
form.
final customization choice to make. As a subterranean being, your Haranir might not feel right with traditional humanoid feet. You have the option to switch to a clawed foot if that fits your vibe better. I can't wait
Well,
to see
the pod
thousands
feet,
of unique characters running around Harandar.
the clawed feet, I should say, match the hands better than the humanoid feet.
New allied races are added to the game. I'm always excited to see those class-specific designs that really tie a race to the class they've chosen. The Haranir are no different here, with unique shaman totems and druid shapeshifting forms. The shaman totems call back to Harandar's design, looking grown of thorns rather than carved, with bones and binding to give them structure and shape. Very spiky. The druid bear form is what you might imagine a pangolin to be, if it were covered in fur and spines instead of scales.
Ew.
With the distinctive Haranir ears and a
Ew.
handful of color options.
Nasty.
Looks like it could take a few hits, and keep a team of adventurers safe. Moving to the cat form, the sleek Wolverine shape is vicious, stepping away from the large mane foot.
See, I just don't like this allied race, and I'm not trying to hate. Give me a good Moonkin form, please. Because bear and cat is not it.
The bat bear Moonkin form is very slender and ferocious.
Oh! You know what? I can't hate. It's not amazing. So I won't hate it. It's like, okay.
The muscle definition here is wild. The Haranier flight form
Oh, nah. Bro, the Haranier sucks. You know what? Moonkin sucks. I'm just gonna put it in the bin. I tried to be nice. See, this is the best thing you get, is your travel form. Like, what, bro, why are they just so ugly?
Beautiful leafy gills that you can turn off entirely as a customization option. They almost look like little dinosaurs. There is so much more to learn about the Haranier.
I don't want to learn anything, because they're just so ugly.
How they react
You your daddy's son, eh?
and who is this mysterious goddess of theirs? But some things are best discovered for yourself. I'm looking forward to learning more in the Legends of the Haranier feature, wandering through living murals to experience the Haranier stories and tales firsthand. But for now, what class will you choose for your first Haranier character?
Don't know.
You go with. Enjoy your first visions of Azeroth through a new set of eyes, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, not my cup of tea. Alrighty, everybody, we get the midnight pre-expansion update trailer for World of Warcraft. Let's go right away. Dip on in. Oh. Bro, they just went straight in.
The Twilight's Blade had been recruiting here. We must root out these cultists before they spread their corruption.
Hey, yo.
It's imperative that we stop the Twilight's Blade at its source.
Bro, I know this is a trailer, but they just went straight in. Nah, that's so cool. I love a lot of the mobs in the next expansion. A lot of the mobs look so cool. I know this was gonna be. This is a quick trailer, right? Yeah, it's done. This was good. This was good. I like this. Okay, this is the pre-patch. The pre-patch came out the 20th, but the content's coming out next week. Alrighty, everybody. Midnight's 8 new dungeons. Let's freaking go. This is the last thing we're going to react to today, and it is an 8-minute video, so let's jump on in.
Your sword and your shield and my
Oh, it's these guys again.
As in, like, take it from you?
No, because, you know the thing with the... Okay?
And dive into the new dungeons in Midnight.
They're okay, but they're a little bit too much for me.
Tragedies, plot twists, and generally loot.
Like a lot of loot.
Yeah, we're in for that loot.
But no trinkets.
Yeah, they don't exist.
So let us tell you about the new dungeon strings.
Loot to uncover.
Let me hear that again.
Ancient stories, familial tragedies, plot twists, and generally loot.
Like a lot of loot.
Yeah, we're in for that loot.
But no trinkets.
Yeah, they don't exist.
Wait, so there's no trinkets in the dungeons?
So let us tell you about the new dungeons coming.
I like the way they brought that one in. Okay, this is the Windrunner Spire, okay.
Starting off with maybe one of the most obvious ones, Windrunner Spire is one of those dungeons where we really want to tell you what's up, but we really can't with the risk of spoiling the fun. By being aptly named, it is the home of the Windrunner family, and by extension, the Windrunner sisters, Illyria, Sylvanas, and Verisa.
Ooh,
In this dungeon,
that was a cool
you'll
Sylvanas color scheme.
a special elf that will walk you through their backstory and fill in the gaps of their relationship, potentially playing a big role into the characters of the 3 famous elf ladies. The environment is really cool.
The fact that they made this into a dungeon is really cool.
Zones, of course, upscale.
It's always been a thing.
Appropriate enemies for the time setting of the story. Venture through the spire and encounter a very unique set of bosses and enemies along the way with some of the most interactive mechanics to solve.
Oh, that is cool.
Of course, as always,
to acquire.
I'm waiting for them to talk about the trinkets again. What's going on?
Oh, relax. It was merely a setback, but not this time. Yes, this is the return to this dungeon, but I have to say, it is almost unrecognizable. And hey, listen, I won't spoil it to you, but this is where I imagined I would be whenever I was dreaming of getting that wizardry letter to invite me to a super secret school of witchcraft and wizardry. The terrace is under Blood Elf control, thank you very much, but something is happening here. Something that we need to continue our journey in stopping Xal'Dat's plans, and we have to break in at the expense of the station Blood Elf guards. This will be your first real taste at what it will take for us to be able to save Silvermoon from the enemies we will eventually have to face. Journey from the libraries of the terrace all the way up to its roof. Roof? Yeah, roof.
Is that what they call it?
Okay, it's a magical roof. Now, leave me alone. Where was I? Oh yeah, all the way up to the magical roof to stop the dreadful Dominar.
Murder Row. So Silvermoon, isn't it?
Fun and games and magical homes from where arcane barriers come. Next, we need to be dirtier, sneakier, down in the darkest alleys of Silvermoon.
Yep.
Which, if you think about it, with it being Silvermoon at all, not that dark. Maybe a bit pleasant, actually. I may have lived in Undermine for way too long. But Murder Row.
I'm so glad we're not going back to Undermine.
Is now a cool dungeon where a faction of blood elves are still.
In fact, I'm leaving Dornival this week.
And we all know how that went last time. Not under our watch. Can't have demons raining on our doorstep with all these purple blue enemies roaming around as well. So onwards we go to stop the devious fell plans from happening, with demon hunters being happy once again that they get to wet their blades with demon blood.
Not advisable for drinking though, may turn skin green.
Coerce guards, teleport across platforms, stop chaotic rituals, and keep the peace in Silvermoon because
This dungeon looks nice.
Man, it's all built and nice and shiny. Why they gotta bring these noisy demons in?
But I love the demons, so that's why.
The theme? Shamans.
And druids.
But mostly shamans.
That's in the next dungeon.
Shut up. In any case, the Amani are making a comeback and healing old wounds. One such wound is with the Loa of War, and to garner his strength, we need to pass his trials as we venture into... You'll see how the seasons are shifting and winter is coming, or at least that's the theme of the first part of this dungeon. A really cool take on how nature shifts and stirs and attempts to stop us from pushing through the blizzard.
Like the ones who are making the game?
The actual blizzard, man. Pay attention. Will we pass the trials? Can we help restore Amani's strength and garner new allies in our fight against Xal'Dat? You'll need to do the dungeon to find out.
Are we allowed to be biased? Yeah? Cool. The best dungeon ever made is coming in an expansion near you. Dive deeper into
Tell me why.
Culture, their shamanism, their warlockism, and save the Witherbark trolls from the Vile branch, because you don't want the Vile ones to wither the other ones. This dungeon is an absolute beauty and marvel at how much the troll culture has seeped into the zone. And hey,
Based off of looking at it, it looks like a very open dungeon, and I'm the total opposite. I know a lot of people love open things and having choice in your gameplay. I'm the opposite. Give me that linear path, and I go from A to Z, doing what you need me to do, and I'm good. That's what I prefer. Or like Trial of the Crusader raid, or Champion raid, whichever one it was. The raid, the TOC raid. Golden, no trash, one room, bang. That's what I want. I want the fights, that's it.
oh, and saving the innocent, that too.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like this dungeon.
Part of the dungeon to the spooky basement.
It does look cool though.
Romantic cooking is happening. We'll take you for a ride, so don't miss out on this one, folks.
They've actually done this video pretty damn good. They gave us just enough deets.
The light is clearly the better end of the deal, right? Right? Well, not always, because if you let it run amok, it might cause problems like plants overtaking everything. T-Rexes, Dinosauruses, plant dinos chasing you like in those movies you saw as a kid. This dungeon has everything. No, really. A council boss where you fight 3 enemies at a time, the affirmation dino plant, a plot twist that will not be disclosed, and finally, a big light corrupted tree. Because if we learn anything so far, kids, is that you need to take things in moderation, even the light. Take a break from all the blue and purple of the void and cleanse your eyes with some warm colors and see what the horror near have to contend with if we will
This might be my least favorite dungeon. This one looks like a banger. I've seen this one. I've seen this one. Like look at the model of that.
Because what? The void cannot have fighting pits? And fighting in the pits you will for the first part of the dungeon as we try to make our way and stop this.
This might be my favorite dungeon. But I'm not gonna say yet, but it looks so fun.
Sethrak? Check. Tuskar? Check, check, check. Ogres?
Oh, you know we got it all, brother.
Have a little fun. Stop worrying about plot twists, histories, and deeper meaning. Sometimes, we just gotta take the fight to the enemy, and that's what we are going to be doing in Voidscar Arena.
Ooh, they have another one in there.
It's tough fighting an almost all-god level threat.
Like all those mobs look so cool.
At every step. Sometimes that doesn't go as planned, right? In Nexus Point, we wrestle with loyalties and fend off the void.
This might be my favorite. I don't know.
Magical technology.
I've seen the arena a little bit more though, that's why.
And definitely not in our favor.
I haven't seen too much of this dungeon.
How about its corruption? What will this war take to win or claim?
The bosses look really cool.
The stories in Midnight hit a climax with the new approach to dungeons.
And you will definitely want to be there for when the plot thickens.
Alright, let's go. Let's just get into WoW really quick. Turn on the volume. So that's everything reacted to for the day. We can go ahead and drop this. Alright, there's a lot that I need to look at, but for some reason the shop is telling me to come look at the shop, but I don't want to look at the shop right now, so I'll probably look at it later. My only focus is this character for today, setting them up, getting them good to go. I mean, that's basically what this week's all about, but let's jump on in. Alright, my game's broke. The Night Reaver's up. My game is broke. I got achievements. I've got pets. I've got so much stuff. I just logged in. But I'm going to go ahead and try to kill this Night Reaver. I can't even, I can't even summon my Fel Guard. Or my Wrath Guard, I should say, because that's what I had. I'm going to try to kill this guy before we get on out. Because, yeah. Oh shit. I have like no damage. Oh, this is no bueno, bro. I have no damage right now. Oh no, here we go. My trinket's still OP. But all I can do is cast Shadow Bolt. Talent's gone. Gear, useless. Stat squish. Bro, I can't even spend my soul shards. What's going on? I mean, I know what's going on. I just logged into a pre-patch for Midnight. But after this, we're going to go ahead and jump on over to the city. So you can only cast this at 3 soul shards now. Oh my gosh, they have changed things. But please give me the pet. I need the pet. No pet. Alright. What did I just get? I got a bunch of achievements. Oh, finally. Fucking hell. Oh, you gave me Anushala. That's cool. For now, I guess. I don't know. I'm just so lost. Hearth me out. I gotta go set some things up. But we killed Night Reaver. We didn't get what we wanted, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so bear with me. I'm gonna sort out the character first. Like, that's the first thing I'm gonna do before I even do a to-do list, before I even look at my videos that I need to promote. I'm gonna get this character. I just don't like what I'm seeing here. fucking hell. I just, oh, don't like this. I don't like this at all. Just get me up here, away from everything. Oh, I'm not a fan, I'm not a fan, I'm not a fan, I'm not a fan, I'm not a fan. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. Oh my gosh, I don't know where to start. I gotta start with what I know I need to start with there. Alright. Alright, so exit game, fuck no. Log out, no. Macros. I actually have removed my macros, so that's fine. Let's just double check everything. I still got this. I have to have this in there. Otherwise, yeah. Okay. Support, don't really care. Edit mode. Okay, we're gonna go B. Actually, remove everything. So share, nah. Import, nah. New layout, nah. Classic preset. Can I delete? I can only copy. Okay. Modern, can I delete? Nah, I can only. Okay. Healing layout. I'm gonna delete it for now. I will eventually recreate the healing one. Copy or change name. Nah, this is my main layout. This is my shit. This is my one. Advance, snap, show grid. Alright, cool. We're good. So, I'll eventually recreate my healing layout. All it was just bigger frames. And I changed the frames. So, player frame, cast bar underneath, frame size at 100. Nothing's changed there. We got chat at 408, 120. I want to make it small. Oh, that's the smallest the height will go. Okay, well then, let's leave it at that. My map, header underneath. No. Rotate minimap, no. Actually, no. It is what it is. And then everything's good. Alright. Then we've got bags, horizontal, left. They're as small as they can be. Default, horizontal. The order is perfect and as small as can be. I like to keep as the minimalize is the good thing. Status bar is what it is. And now let's look at my bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I have a horizontal 112, 100, and 2. I'm not really going to change too much because I want to keep it as it is. Always show, hide, bar art? Oh no, I like that. And then hide, bar scrolling's fine. Yeah, I've got a macro or a keybind for that, sorry. Revert, reset, action bar set, everything's good. So if I click on this, it's just going to be always visible, horizontal, 112, 102. This should just be the same. This should just be the same. Same, and same, but just vertical. Perfect. Everything that I can see so far is good. So toggle and focus. Buffs on top, nope. And then you got the focus frame, perfect. They are where I want them to be. So I'm actually going to keep that there. Party frames. Use raid style, party frame, show background, perfect, exactly how I want it to be, default. Raid frames, ooh, hold up, we'll look at that in a sec, but this is the 40, so I can see everything in its glory. Frame width, narrow, and short, so it's as small as can be. And then I got separate groups in horizontal, I like that. It's always been that way. The opacity's at 100%, what if I, okay. And then icon size. %50 is what I'm gonna get out of that to make it. Fuck, I don't know. Debuff focus, buff focus. Legacy is just the way to go. At 50% icon size. I can't see the icons, but I don't really care. Revert. Okay, that's cool. I like that. All right. Pet frame here, default. Boss frame gonna be over here. This is basically, for those of you tuning in, what this week is all about, is getting in, setting your character up, kind of messing around, playing with things in preparation for when content gets released next week. So, is my gameplay going to be fire? This is my gameplay. There will be some gameplay pretty soon, but I got to set up my characters first. So, yeah, I'm just giving you all a heads up. So bear with me. Use larger. Ooh. Nah, I like the smaller one. Cast bar on the side. Yeah. I like that. I like that. Let's go. And then the arena's on top. 3v3, so I can, like, just same as the 40, so I can see everything at its max. Frame and display border. Oh, yeah, I like the display border. Legacy, buff and debuff focus. Nope, I already know what that is now. And then icon small. Perfect. Okay, so all these are good. I can physically remember where they are. Let's go to combat and see what we got. We got buffs and debuffs. Glue that to there because there's still space with the map. We got horizontal, down, and left. 100, 5, and 10. Yeah. Makes sense. This should be the same. Horizontal, down, left, 100, 5, 10. Oh. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, I don't use those, but that's cool. I like that. Stance bar. Warlocks, I've got these. Horizontal. 102. Pet bar on top. I got these. 102. Always show buttons? No. Actually, no. I like it hidden. Encounter bar. Personal resource display. Hide health and power bars. No. Only show while in combat. Yes. I need to move this somewhere. I don't know where to move it yet. I'm gonna keep it toggled. So because I want to see with if I'm in a really heavy hitting piece of combat, I want to toggle everything so I know where I can put that. Cast bar. Lock, show cat, perfect. Extra abilities. Possess bar. Okay. Cooldown manager, essential cooldowns, utilities, track buffs, blah 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 blah. You have to enable it, and I don't have it enabled, and I thank you, Blizzard, for disabling it when you don't have it enabled. Boss warnings. These are the new boss things. 150% size. 100% opacity. Always visible. Okay. Oh, these are the... Okay, I get it. And then this is... Oh, this is actually kind of cool. And that's exactly where I would want it anyways. So 150. Cause I'm blind as fuck. So these are now the same, right? 150. Okay, cool. I like that. I'll look at the boss warning settings later in my settings. Active encounter makes more sense. You know what I mean? But the bosses are gonna be that. What if I make it smaller? Nah. I'm gonna have to go horizontal. And about here makes the most sense to me. Just below my character. Hopefully it's not in the way too much, but I can mess around with that. Like that's for right now, that's cool. External defensives. To customize external defensive, enable corresponding option under gameplay enhancements. Damage meter is currently disabled, enable it in... Okay, so I'm gonna note some things here. Personal resource display. Damage meter. If I can spell, great. Extended defensives. I'm not using the cooldown manager, but I am going to look at it to see if what they've changed. I just didn't like it before. Okay. Talking head is still here. Exit button still here. Equipment durability still here. Vehicle seats still there. Loot window. Let's write that one down. Status bar 2 down here. Cool. What's good about getting this done on this guy is I can just copy paste to everything else. Duration bars. Archaeology, I guess. Okay. Toggle everything that I have for now. Okay, there's two things that I kind of want to see where I want to put them. So we have duration bars. I guess. Duration bars compared to that is a little bit off to me. Like, I would want it over here. And then personal resources. I guess, I mean, there's a lot of overlap in the middle, which is, to me. Drag these down a little bit, so they're not in the way of buffs. Duration bars can go there, I guess. It's just these. It's just in the middle of nowhere right now. But it's not the worst. Like, if I'm looking at that, like, everything on the left side of the screen is simple. Everything on the right side is... Ooh, this can go up. Actually, equipment durability. This can go all the way back up. Equipment durability. I need it in a spot to where I'm gonna know, because I've messed this up a lot sometimes. Right there's fine, to be honest. That's my bars, I guess. I mean, that's not my bars, my user interface. That's my UI. Alright. Personal resource display, I've sorted that out. Damage meters, defensives, CDs, and loot window. I gotta